What's crack-lackin' J-Fam? I'm James Moreland, and today I'm going to be talking about the Sony full-frame 50mm lens f1.8. Now currently we are filming on this lens, in case you couldn't tell. You can see how nice the background is blurred even though I'm kind of close to the background. This has been my main lens that I've been shooting with, and I have tons of sample photos and some experience using the lens, and I'm super excited to share that knowledge with you, as well as I will be including some links down below to the cheapest places that you can buy this lens. And I'll even show you a tip on how to buy it for super cheap. Alright, so I'm currently filming with it, so I'm going to stop recording real quick, reset up the cameras with a different lens so I'll be able to hold it and show you guys the body and the construction. Hi, this is a much wider lens now. So this is the Sony 50mm lens. So when I got my Sony a7 Mark III, I had to change all my gear. I had to get rid of my crop size lenses, my crop bodies and stuff to switch to this new full frame level. And I'm actually currently filming with a crop lens, even though it's not the best because I'm not using the full potential of the camera, but I guess it doesn't really matter for this video. So yeah, this is the 50mm lens, and I've done so many portraits with this, and most of them have been done at night. So I've been able to test the low light abilities for this lens, and I have to be honest, I am blown away. This is one of the cheapest lenses you can pick up for the full frame lineup, although it packs a punch. Super crisp images, it doesn't have the fastest autofocus, I gotta be honest. If I had one downside, this autofocus is not the best. I'll talk about that in a second. Besides that, the lens itself is very, very good. I guess one downside some people said online was the body and the form factor of this lens. It is fairly large for a 50mm lens, but I'm okay with that. It is very light, and most of this body is made out of plastic, if you can hear that. So yeah, most of it is made out of plastic, so it's not the most durable, but when you're taking portraits and you're not doing anything crazy, this will work fine. Now, I guess we can just go straight to the autofocus downside. So with this lens, one of the downsides with this is the autofocus. For photos, it's not the worst, especially that I'm shooting with the a7 Mark III, which has eye tracking and face tracking, so it's able to keep up. However, sometimes it does struggle to find focus, and every once in a while it can pull back and forth focus, and I've missed a couple shots. Personally, I prefer to do autofocus all the time, but with this lens it's a little harder, so I might have to do manual focus every once in a while. When you buy this lens, it does come with a lens hood. There's no perforations on it, it's just a complete cylinder that goes around the lens, and I typically shoot with it on to prevent any lens flares. I am going to be showing some more video footage. You just saw the intro. I did use this lens for my short documentary during an interview part, but during videos, every once in a while the autofocus pulls, and if you're using the internal mics and you're not using external mics like a lavalier or maybe an extended mic like I have on this camera right now, you might pick up the noise while it's moving in and out trying to pull and find focus. So yeah, I guess the first photos I will show you are some of the portraits that I took during the daytime. So these photos were using a lot of natural light. It was kind of a hazy day, so the light was balanced and looked pretty nice on the models, but it did perform and it did do a good job. I was just getting used to my new camera, so it was a little bit harder for me to adjust everything, but over time I got some really good photos, and here are some of those right now. And as you can see, the photos were absolutely amazing, and you're getting this with a under $200 lens. And again, stay tuned so I can show you the cheapest place to find it. I'll have some links down below, but there's a special thing you need to do to be able to get it for even cheaper. So after I was able to shoot during the daytime, I also wanted to test it with low light. So I took it out with some friends when we went downtown in our local city, Racine, Wisconsin, and we were able to take some really cool photos, and here are some of those right now. My mind is blown. I don't know if it's the lens or if it's the camera itself, but whatever it is, those images were pristine. It was able to pull focus, and I barely had any problems. Every once in a while it would scroll in and out trying to pull focus, but overall those images turned out very, very well. With this glass, it just looked great. So that was very nice. And as you can tell, it can obviously pull its weight. So I'd really recommend you picking up this lens, adding it to your camera bag. You never know when it's going to come in handy. The 50mm is great when you're focusing on a subject. It's great for portraits. It also has a good bokeh behind the character, and yeah. On a crop body, I haven't been able to test it because I sold my a6000, but it does convert to about a 75mm camera because of the crop body, but it will work on there, and people have said they had good results with it on that camera as well. So yeah, for the price, I'd really recommend you just adding this to your bag and having an extra lens that you can use. And it is a prime lens, so you're gonna get some crisp images, but you can't really zoom in or out. You could technically zoom in if you switch your full frame camera to crop mode, and that way you get a little bit more range. I think it's just good as it is. Alright, so now on how to get it for super cheap. So you're gonna go to Amazon.com. I'm gonna have the link down below to this lens exactly. And from there, you're going to look for a little thing that says new/used. You're going to click on that and you're going to find a whole list of different lenses used. I was able to pick this camera up for a significant discount, which was great because I just spent so much money on the camera that I'm shooting this video with right now. So you are able to get a very great discount, and most of the time it tells you the exact condition with some images, so you're not really going to get scammed. Plus it's on Amazon, so there's returns and everything works out smoothly. So if you are going to be picking up a lens, I'd recommend doing that way. It also works for other lenses and other items on Amazon, so check that out. Links will be down below, of course. I hope you enjoyed this video. It is not biased, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Peace. Oh my gosh, I forgot to talk about the video qualities. So yeah, it does pull in and out during videos, which is kind of unfortunate, but if you want to see some test footage that I actually used in a mini documentary, I will have the link up at an iCard, somewhere up there. And then I'll also have it play at the end of the video, so you'll be able to watch that video and see the exact test footage. I'll have a timestamp to when I'm using this lens, and I think you'll be able to see the quality that it has. It's great for interviews, everything behind you is blurred out, and it looks really great. Alright, have a great one.